guys, and welcome back to Comfy Cozy Up. So today let's catch up. I took a week off. It wasn't planned, but I was like trying to do so much before the weekend because I spent the weekend in New York that I was just overwhelmed, and I was like, you know what, take a breather and just record another time. So didn't do any video, no Tuesday or Saturday video. So I did go to New York for the holiday, and we'll talk about what I did in a minute, but we're gonna start out with some books. And I did finish All Fours by Miranda July. This is a book that is in the top 6, the final shortlist for the Women's Prize. And this was a book I saw when I was at the library, because I went in for another book that was on the list I wanted to read. They didn't have it at the time, and I'm still on hold. But then they had this one on the shelf still, which is always not the greatest sign, because it's like, oh, so no one would check this out. So I picked it up. And the one thing I'm going to start off by saying, this is an award book because of the bold, creative way of this author telling a story. It is weird. It is interesting, which is what the librarians describe it as, interested, and I will agree with her. It is a bit wild. It has its disgusting moment. It also has its puzzling moment. This is a discussion book. It is absolutely a discussion book. This is the kind of book that you want to have those interesting moments that were in this to talk about it with somebody. And that's how I felt about this. Now, it is a story about grief. It's a story about loss. It's a story about finding oneself. It's a story about how one cope and using their body. That is at times very much weird in this. Sex is an important part of the story as well, but it's really more towards being a woman and in a body and not knowing how to express oneself. We're following a mother, a wife, who is an artist, who writes, and who is scheduled to go across the country to New York, but didn't make it that far. Literally within minutes from her family, she stopped at a motel, and there you're in her head. There's those random thoughts that she's having. There's those random desire that she's having and not being able to connect. And you see it in the storyline, but it's done in a way that at first you're just thinking, what in the world is happening here? What kind of midlife crisis is this woman experiencing that will make her do some of the things that she was doing? Wanting to spend money, wanting to design a room, wanting to be this, just everything that was like, it's like having those random thoughts in your head and acting on it. That's what she was doing. But it got to the point where at first he was like, ugh. And then as it go on, I was realizing I get it. It was more of those moments where I'm like, wow, she really made a book like this. It is, again, you need to discuss this. For me, I feel like I didn't get the full experience I would have preferred had I read this, read this with someone that I can really talk about those mad moments, or those really moments where I'm scratching my head like, what? Or the aha moment at the end, and there's that last chapter of that connection that she finally feels. It's, to me, I needed to read this with someone, and I think that's my biggest qualm with this book. It is not a book I feel like I would recommend to a lot of people. This is not for the average person that just want to read just a book. This is a literary fiction. This is a heavy literary fiction. This is more of a thought-provoking book, and I don't think this is like a popular book that a lot of people are going to enjoy. Absolutely not. But I do find it very thought-provoking. I do find it interesting, and I do agree with the library because this is very much an interesting read. And it's covered different topic as a woman that I find that there's things that you would notice, and again you will question the behavior of the character, but then it's just it's a good book. I just nothing, and I do mean I've read many books and I can't compare this to anything. Like I don't know any book where I would say this is reminding me of that book. It's not giving me that at all. It's definitely a bold book. That's the best way to sum it up. But yeah, it's due in about 3 days, so I did make it. Got to add it to the cart. So this is book number 7. So wow. And then I moved on to this, which I was reading both of them at the same time. This is a messy classic. This is Thomas Hardy, Far from the Madding Crowd. Never heard of it, but this was picked, the subscriber pick for this month, and this was I picked this from the jar. I am almost done. I didn't quite get to the end because I got distracted yesterday. I was having a good time with my family, so I didn't get to finish this, but it's almost done. I got maybe 50 pages to go, so I will next video just talk about this. But what I'm gonna say is this is good. This is wild. This is wild. This woman is literally going through it with these 3 men in different ways. But I don't want to get too much into it because I'm going to save it for my review. But just so you know, I'm enjoying every bits and pieces of this. I just want to figure out how they're going to end this, but I'm here for it. Thomas Hardy was another win for me. Another win for me. But we'll see how it ends because, yeah, it's wild. I also picked up another book from Miss Highsmith because she got me good. And this is another mystery. And this is the Talented Mr. Ripley. And this is... I've heard of this book so many times. I know there's several movies on it. But I was just like, you know what? Since I started out with the other book, let's get to the popular one. And let's see if I can get through this. Probably not going to finish it this month. Definitely going to be next month I finish it. And then watch the movie. Yeah. Then I purchased a poetry book. So this one was Poetry Month. Did not do any I haven't even cracked this yet, but I'm just so excited because I'm supporting Karen, not Karen, sorry, Kay the Reader. And she has a YouTube channel. She also on Instagram, so I will post it here. And this is her poetry book that was just released this month. I knew I wanted it, but I did not want to get an e-copy. I wanted the physical, so I waited till the physical copy came out. And this is something on the inside. It's a poetry collection, and I will definitely review this. I will sprinkle it throughout videos because I like to do that when I do read or review any poetry book, where I will recite something out of it or just take bits and pieces of it and just put it in videos. But I'm excited for this because she wrote this from young growing up, so just to see how her poetry from when she was younger till, you know, grown adults kind of deal. But yeah, and the cover is just a bomb. So yeah, y'all should pick it up, get into it like I am about to get into it. All right, so that's the book stuff. Now, I was supposed to wear this pink dress. Right here. It is giving me pretty spring, very feminine. I actually felt like it was a little too feminine for me, but at the same time, I really love it. And I did everything except for I did not have enough buttons. The buttons I had were only 5 and I needed 9. So I was like, I'm not stressing over it. It's just not gonna be what I'm wearing this weekend. And I have so much other clothes that I've sewed that I've worn 1 or 2 times that needs to come back out the closet. So I just pretty much wore this colorful dress that I made last year that I think I wore twice. This is my 3rd time wearing it. And then I put this black drape over it, and I wore that with my mother because I went to her church. My 2nd time this year actually. I went for a funeral. And then I went, so I am that person. I know I'm terrible. I'm that person where it's either funeral, wedding, or Easter that I end up going inside of a church. Yeah. I know that sounds so bad, but yeah. But I went, and then we went to eat, and I changed and put something casual on when I changed, which was this the brown corduroy skirt that I've never worn. That's my 1st time wearing it. And then of course the white shirt that I've worn a few times now that I need to make another one so I can have both in rotation, because that shirt is just, love it. And that was it. It is what it is. I enjoyed time with my family, and then the weather wasn't even that warm yesterday. It was very warm Saturday, but it wasn't that warm on Sunday. So this dress, I don't want to wear it with a jacket. So I think this dress would have been too, I would have been freezing had I worn this dress without a jacket. So maybe it's a good thing. I got time to wear it. So I did that. I did run. I got to do this week some point, my measurements, see what's the update for month number 2. So I started the day doing that, so I felt real good. So I hope you guys are following me on my Instagram, my fitness Instagram, which is PD_goal, where I share my process of the love of running again. I cannot believe I'm back here. It felt good doing 3 miles without stopping. Like, I haven't been able to do that outside where I'm just running 3 miles, no interval, no stopping, just straight running the whole time. This felt good doing 3 miles, and I was kicking at the end. I sure was, and I wanted to stop, but I was like, nope, we're gonna make the goal of 3 miles. And I feel like as I go along, it's gonna get easier and easier. And so I'm proud of myself for that. So I also did go back to the fabric place because I was hoping that the fabric that I bought to make the jumpsuit that I cut out already, they had more. There was no more. It's sold out, so I'm gonna have to do what I make. It's the belt that I felt like it's a tad bit short, but I think it's one of those jumpsuits. If I don't wear a belt, I could wear it probably without a belt if it is a little too short. We'll see. I also went and got some canvas. They had 60 wide. Hell yeah. And it was a little cheaper than the ones than the store in my area. So I bought, I want to say this is 3 yards, maybe more. I don't know. I don't remember how many yards I bought. But I'm going to make tote bag because of the Journal Mood tote bags. And probably can get 2 out of, more than 2 actually. But see if I can get also a quilted bag out of the rest of this. And then I saw this beautiful rayon fabric, and it was so inexpensive. And so I am going to be making most likely a dress with this. It is so soft and it's beautiful. It is screaming spring and summer. I just figure what pattern I want to use. I have several patterns that call for this fabric that I want to use. And so I got a lot of this. I think I have 6 yards of this. This is a lot. Then the most expensive fabric that they had in there was this. And I don't know how it's going to come off on camera, but it is embroidery, like embroidery done on the fabric. It has the hole. So I only got 2 yards of this because at first I was like, when I saw the price, I was like, no ma'am, 2 yards. And I want to make a boxy shirt like this length, and the back is going to be one of those covered buttons for the back. And it's, I don't think I have any pattern that already, so this is going to be a project for me. I'm going to hack a pattern. I'm going to do it on a regular fabric because I will not be cutting to this until I get it right. And hopefully I can execute it right and then use that to make the shirt that I want for this. I really think this is going to be one of those shirts that it's going to be just beautiful, and I can get a lot of wear out of it. I'm excited for this one. And then I got the dress, the pink dress. There is a black version, a long version that I absolutely love, and I got this black for it. It is flowy, it is just gonna move, and I am going to make a black version of this for, I just realized I'm missing something, so I gotta check the back. And so I'm gonna do that. And then I have a concert. Let me figure, I think I still going to a concert this weekend. And there is a pattern that I want to use for this. It is that 1980s jumpsuit that I showed you guys in the previous video. This is stretch, and it is nice and thick. And I'm looking at the weather, definitely going to be long sleeve. But I want to make it where it is going to be, I can wear it now, but then it's also going to be good for the fall as well. Because that jumpsuit, that pattern, I'm making everything on the pattern, the skirt version, so I'm going to make the summer version as well. But I'm going to work on this week. So this is the most important project for this week. And that's what I got for the fabric. And then I did get some buttons. Let me find those. Huh. All right. So I got enough buttons to finish the pink dress and for when I make the black dress. I think I was purchasing 20. And I think he gave me extras. But they're, I hope they come up on the camera, but it's like a rose kind of gold buttons. And I think it's gonna give a more elegant look to the outfit, because I didn't want any just regular buttons. And so this is what I'm gonna be using on them. The other project I didn't talk about, the white jacket. Oh my God, what was I thinking that I can do a jacket in a week? I've never been able to execute a jacket in a week. No. I feel like when it comes to jacket, I always have to take my time. I cannot just try to rush through it. I have to get the seam right. I have to get the understitch right. All of that. When I got to almost the end of this jacket, the seam inside, the lining, it was bulky in areas that I realized I didn't do the understitch on or stitch down properly. And the fabric is such a soft fabric. It's not really, I think it wasn't the best choice for this jacket. However, it is doable. I said to myself, stop. The next weekend that I have, that I'm in, that I'm home, that I don't have anything planned, I will pull it apart and work on the lining, because the issue is the lining, not the actual outside part. So I'm going to do that, work on the lining, get all those understitches together, press it to get that bulk not being shown like that, and then continue on with the jacket. I don't think I have that much time left on it, because everything is on. It's just the understitch, and I could show you guys though. So this is the jacket. So as you can see, like, so you put it on to give you an idea. So for instance, here you can see it, the bulk here, because I did not stitch down the actual lining inside. and so it's giving bulk here. So I mean, the sleeve is not a big deal. I just didn't finish it yet, which is going to be shorter. Let me put the whole thing on. Step back a little. There we go. So you can see it is bulk. So this, all of this need to be fixed. So I'm going to have to pull it back apart, take out the lining, and work. The lining is black, and work on that because it shouldn't be like this. And I know it's because I didn't do the extra stitching that I was supposed to do. So this is my fault. And you know, I was so excited, and I was like, yeah, you know, it was gonna be nice and steam. I finished the sleeve, and I think I might take off an inch off the seam, the sleeves, because I think it's a tad bit long. But I was excited, but it's my fault to thinking I have the skills to do this quick, because the bulk was just like, no. So I'm gonna take it apart, just the inside, the lining, and work on here, and then show you guys the finish. But also, oh, the pocket is too low. This was a pattern that's unisex. This is a unisex pattern. So because of that, it's for long hands. And I realized, why is it the pocket so low? So, and then I'm like, do I really need the pocket? Because I did it in white, and I feel like you can see the pocket too much. So I decided I'm gonna just remove the pocket from it, because it's just gonna be too much work for me to hike it up here, because it needs to come up at least 2 inch up more for me to properly fit. Like, my hand is low on it. You can't really tell on the video, but it's just way too low. So yeah, so this was not ready, but we're gonna work on it and get it right. And yeah, and then I mean, I literally got even to the end where I have to do the stitch and all of that. So I'm gonna have to pull all of this apart and fix all the stuff. And then again, the pocket, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Just take out the pocket completely. Yeah, that's the update on that jacket. So that's it. I'm excited. I'm gonna finish the pink first. Just get that over with, and then focus on the jumpsuit that I don't think it's gonna take me that long. And then I will give you all the goods on that. I don't know what I'm gonna read next, since I only have that. I don't know, because I still have, oh no, I still have the romance book. The romance book, we're gonna focus on that this week. But I still have these books, Daydream in Gold. Still have Baldwin's Devil Finds Work, nonfiction. I have not read Harlem Rock City yet, which I want to kind of read the injunction with China Berry Tree. And of course, Melon the Movies, which I feel like I want to read only because I want to see what the take is on it. Especially now that I really want, this is the first time in a long time that I want to go to the movies, like literally. And I really want to go see The Sinners. I just feel like I'm going to enjoy that. So that might be something I do this weekend. Not sure. But we'll see. But I'm excited to see that one. I don't know why, but it's just giving me like, oh, this is going to be good. So we'll see. But that's it, guys. I'm going to end the video here. Let me know if you've read this. Yeah, let me know if you've read this. And yeah, we're gonna I might have to give this a written review as well. I think I need to just sit on it a little longer, thought process, and just write a written review. I do have to return it, so I need to take a few photos of it, and yeah, before I return it back to the library. But yeah, all right guys, see you in the next one. Bye.